Hey everyone, how's it going today? Back with another video. It's Friday, I'm feeling it. I've been reading the comments down below. Now a lot of you guys have been saying we need to see a lineup video of your equipment, and that's what I'm gonna do today for you guys. But what I need you to do for me is hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. Make sure to show all your friends the account, get them to subscribe to it, because that's what really supports us. I got something really important at the end of this video that I want to ask you guys about. I need your input on something, so stick around for that. Let's get into that lineup video. Yeah, so today it is another mild day here in beautiful Ottawa, but unfortunately our yard is super slippy, as you can see. I'm gonna start by showing off our dump trucks, as well as our new dump truck, and then kind of just work my way down the line. Sorry if it's windy, I need to get a proper mic for this GoPro. First off the bat, what we have is our old 2001 Volvo Tandem. Now, if you're unfamiliar, tandem basically just means that there's two axles. It holds about 15.5 ton. I'm pretty sure 15 is the legal, so not over 15 ton. Now this truck is our workhorse. I use this for a lot of local topsoil deliveries for residential because I like tandems, because you can get in around houses on them. And half the time when you're delivering topsoil, customers think that you're driving a pickup truck and you can kind of get around everywhere, and that's just not the case most times. So I love the tandem because it doesn't sink on lawns. You can kind of back in around houses. It's the mobility of this truck is far superior than that of a triaxle, but triaxles carry more whenever you're, like we're bulking in a large parking lot job with some B gravel or A gravel, then the triaxle obviously outweighs that. But that's why we still have tandems. We do a lot of residential work, and it just makes sense for the job sites. So let's look at this machine a little more. So kind of just to show you guys going into it, I haven't been in it in a while. It is a Eaton Fuller 13 speed, not an 18. There's 450,522. Other than that, it is a great truck. That's just a seat heater that one of our drivers had the other day. So as we use the machines more in the summertime, I will get into talking about the operation of it, what's in the motor. As far as today, I kind of want to give you just a brief description of the machines and not make it an hour-long video about each independent piece of equipment, because I could do that. But we're going to move on to our newer tandem. So this here is our 2013 Western Star. Now we are kind of a Western Star family here. The Volvo is an exception because it was one of our first dump trucks. It has an 18 speed in it, I'll show you. We used to have a badge here that said custom engineered for Kenway Construction, but I think that it got ripped off on one of the jobs. All right, so getting up into this truck. Now, one thing that is important to note about this truck is the cab is smaller than the Volvo. Now, I'm 6'3", so obviously running this truck, I am more cramped into it. The seat doesn't go back as far, but that's obviously not a huge deal. I'm not in this truck all the time, but that's another reason why I do prefer the Volvo, because just size-wise. Now, this is an Eaton Fuller 18-speed transmission, so we can split our loads. I really like that for whenever you're hauling big loads, job site, hauling some concrete or some wet material. It is nice to be able to have those extra gears just to get up faster and not put as much strain on the transmission. This is our first ever triaxle that we purchased. Now, this truck is used, as you can tell. It has another company's decals on it right now. We're sending it away to get painted to match the other trucks, so it'll have red Viper frame, black body, and then just a newly painted gray box. Now, why we got this job is, as we're kind of growing as a company, we definitely felt the need for something more, because driving an hour back to our yard for an extra 4 tons of topsoil or material kind of doesn't make sense. And the jobs just generally will go quicker if there's space for a triaxle to come in, as well as any commercial jobs that we get bulking in gravel or for parking lots or backfilling foundations. It just makes more sense to have a triaxle. So we did not go out and buy a brand new one, but it's new to us, and I'm super excited for it. And it is a Western Star as well. So we're kind of sticking with the flow that we got here. I don't have the keys for it right now, so I can't get into it, but I will make another video on this once it's painted and everything and show it to you guys. But I'm super excited for it. But let's move on to the excavators. But let's move on to the shovels here. And I say shovels, you know, excavators, hi-ho, track diggers, whatever you kind of want to call them. This is 2018 Cat 308 E2. It has a tier 3 motor in it, so it doesn't have the depth fluid, but it does do some burn-offs. This is a great machine. It's really a powerhouse. We kind of tested out a bunch of other excavators from the area, and this kind of seemed like the winner. And the cab on the inside is super comfy for someone who's 6'3". Little machine, everything pops up here on the screen. Now you got your control for the blade. This obviously controls your boom, as well as this one. This is your safety lockout. And then this is for your tracks. A really good purchase for us. We do a lot of residential septic system jobs and new home builds. And before we would take our 170, but this kind of replaced that for the smaller residential septic jobs, just because of the size of it and the power. You know, we were either using a big 170 or our 3-ton Terex Mini X. We call this our Mini X now. That's kind of like our white Mini, I guess. I don't know. But this machine kind of it was in between both of those. So we kind of looked at it and we're like, well, it kind of makes sense. And it turns out we actually used it the most last year. So it was a great investment for us, and I'm super happy about it. 2013 Komatsu 170. Now, we kind of are Cat now with our equipment. We did look at the Komatsu, like the same size shovel as the 8-ton Cat, but in Komatsu. I think honestly what it just came down to was the price, and I think they were really close, but we were also buying 2 other pieces from Cat, so it kind of made sense to kind of just stick with the Cat on that. But our Komatsu has been an awesome machine, and I would say, as far as my choice, Cat would be number 1. Komatsu is an easy second, if not tied for first. Now, this machine is an awesome machine. It gets used every single day out of the summer. You know, 60-70 hour a week. It consumes little to no fuel. We could not believe we had an old John Deere 160, and it would go through about a tank a day. Now we can get about 2.5 to 3 days out of this, which is incredible. It has a lot of economy mode and all that stuff in it, bells and whistles, and it's a great machine. Now we do have on this machine also too, I didn't say, we have the swivel bucket on it, so it can tilt left and right. I know that they make attachments for the helix, I think they call it. It was 360 up all the way around, but that works for what we have right now. We have the swivel bucket on this as well as the 4-point thumb, which I really love. That's awesome for grabbing rocks. We do a lot of retaining walls and rock walls, so it's great for that. So this is our Mini X. This is our Terex. Now, this is the only piece of Terex equipment that we have, and honestly, I have nothing but good things to say about it. This thing has been cased in mud holes, digging hydro trenches through the woods. Like, this machine has gone through hell and back, and we have put 0 into it. I mean, just your regular maintenance, you know, oils, fluids, greasing, servicing. But I mean, as far as breakdowns, this machine, I think that the track fell off once, and it was, you know, because I was running it too hard, and that was the only problem I ever had with this machine. This is an amazing Mini X. It has the enclosed cab on it, it has the radio, it has heat. Yeah, this is, I can't stress enough how much I love this machine. It's so easy to run, it's handy, it's got a nice blade on the front, it has faster track speeds, has a nice heater. Now, it doesn't have AC, but we can't have it all. And this is just an all-around great machine. So this is our roller. We've had this for a long time. I don't know exactly what year it is. Actually, it might be here on the serial number. Oh, it doesn't say on that. I want to say it's a 2003. It's just an open cab 54-inch drum roller. It has the vibration on it. The exhaust is cut off on it, but it is an awesome roller. We've done 4-acre, 5-acre parking lots with it. Obviously, yes, you know, it would be handier to have a larger one when we're doing larger jobs like that. But for the majority of the jobs that we do, this is exactly what we need. And it starts every time, same as the Terrex. I think we blew a hydraulic hose on it once 3 years ago. Other than that, turn the key, put fuel in it, change the oil, service it, grease it, you're good to go. Now, this was kind of my baby. This is something that I really enjoy running, hence why it's freshly painted. This is a 2001 John Deere 450H track dozer. And this machine is awesome. I love running it. We actually sent it out and got it painted last year, and he did a fantastic job on it. I wish I could show you the before and just to kind of what it looks like now, but if you can see, I mean, the paint on it is just incredible. I mean, he did a fantastic job on this. But this dozer, it is awesome. I mean, this is the only dozer I've ever learned on or I've ever ran, but I've done countless parking lots on this. So many jobs with this, so many hours sitting in it in the summertime. Let's get in and I'll show you a little bit. So sitting in the cab here, it's pretty simple. You know, you got your joystick here, moves your blade, and then you got your joystick here that controls your tracks, as well as your toggles here that control your speed. Then you got your throttle, and then this switch here actually controls how fast you go back and reverse compared to going forward. The AC, radio, all your windshield wiper controls. But I mean, just the view of it, you can see so much in this machine. I love it. It is incredible. It's the best dozer that I've ever ran. Okay, now this machine here, this is a Komatsu loader. It is, I forget the exact year on this machine. I'm gonna say it's somewhere around a 91 to 92. It's freshly painted as of 2.5 years ago. Obviously the bucket has some wear on it, but it has somewhere around 33,000 hours on it. And honestly, it starts every single time. We do the regular maintenance, grease, oil service. But other than that, this has been a great loader for our topsoil operation that we have. And yeah, just an all-around really reliable machine. I'll show you the tractor here. I know I did show it the other day and I had a clip of it starting up. I learned to drive on this tractor. I got my AZ on this tractor with the trailer. So there's with one of my really close buddies actually as well. So there's a lot of sentimental value with this truck. Might be odd to hear that, but at the end of the day, this truck hauls our heavy equipment. It tows the Komatsu, the 8-ton, the bulldozer, but the rest gets hauled with our 8-ton utility trailer behind the Duramax. So this doesn't get used, you know, a crazy amount. Let's say it gets used 3 to 4 times a week in the summertime. Unfortunately, it kind of sits a little bit right now in the wintertime as things are slower. But as things pick up, you'll be able to see it running more and more and more. And I got some GoPro mounts all over it, so we'll get some really cool footage of it running. It has a cat motor in it and an 18-speed Eaton Fuller transmission. That is just smooth and flawless, and this is a great truck. So now that I'm back here in the office, kind of wanted just to ask everybody, you know, we're kind of gaining subscribers and we're going forward with this, and I'm really excited about it. It's something that it's really cool, and it's kind of actually still hard for me to comprehend that people want to tune in and watch me and watch the company and watch the plowing videos, and it's just really hard to kind of fathom right now. I want to know what kind of videos that you guys like, as well as videos that you don't like. It doesn't really snow every single day. So, and obviously come, you know, the end of next month, there's gonna be no snow at all. So I kind of need to take the channel in a direction that's sustainable for myself, as well as interesting for all the viewers. That being said, so give me your feedback on that below. But that being said, we're gonna hit 10,000 subscribers definitely within the next couple of months. And I know that for a fact. I'm positive about it, and I know that we're gonna do it. Now what I need from you guys is I wanna come up with a 10,000K subscriber challenge. I wanna do something interesting and fun in order to get these subscribers and engage them, engage you guys. I basically want to know what's something cool that I could do with the equipment or without the equipment, or some sort of giveaway. If you have any ideas on what I should do for a 10K subscriber challenge, let me know. But yeah, basically the comment that gets the most likes, I will do that for our 10K subscriber video. Which will be coming out faster than everybody thinks. I'm gonna keep coming out with these videos. I want to do 2 to 3, maybe a week. But yeah, feedback below. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure to tune in. I'm gonna come up with a schedule sometime next week and release it. I might do Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. But again, give me your feedback on that down below as well. But other than that, have a great weekend. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe. And it's time for another coffee.